the detailed coverage of the 2023 Mouttet Mile Race Day continues on QuickGallop.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper, with interviews featuring Rajiv Maragh and Andy Serling. Maragh is a Jamaican-born former jockey, who plied his trade in the United States, achieving 4 Breeders' Cup wins. Serling is regarded as one of the top handicappers in the United States. He is primarily based in New York. Both are in Jamaica for coverage of the Mouttet Mile Race Day for Fox Sports.
Rajiv, you're going to be here for the Mouttet Mile Race Day, working for Fox Sports, covering 2 races on the day. Tell us about that.
Well, it's a great opportunity, thankfully, to be given that opportunity with Fox to come here. You know, any kind of contribution that I can make to be a part of the rise of Jamaican horse racing, I feel like, you know, it's something that's not only a duty, but something that I'm passionate about. You know, like everybody that knows me knows that my passion for horse racing was derived from watching my father and my uncles ride in Jamaica. So this is where I developed my passion from a young age. So Jamaican horse racing is what it put me and made me wanted to be a jockey, and pretty much gave me the desire in my career path. I feel like, you know, this is a great opportunity not only for Fox to come to Jamaica and showcase that to the world, but also especially for Jamaican horse racing to be shown on a more international scale and get some good exposure. So, I mean, I really feel excited to be a part of that.
Tell me about the team that you have here.
Yeah, I mean, we have, in the front end, you'll see mostly like Andy Serling and myself, which Andy is a world-renowned handicapper based out of New York. He's been, you know, highly considered one of the best in the game for so many years. So it's great to have him in Jamaica to cover it. And also the connection as well, because while this is going to be played during the races, viewing to millions of people in live TV in America and potentially even overseas. It's one of the biggest race cards in New York in the wintertime. It's a Cigar Mile Day, and it's all collaborating together. So to have that fusion of Jamaican Mouttet Mile Race with the Cigar Mile, I think it's a great partnership for both entities.
Is there anything in the stomach going that, you know, you wish you would be out there tomorrow to ride in that race?
Well, you know what, you can't have it both ways, right? Yes, I miss horse riding, racing a lot, but I also have my reasons why I had to stop. So, you know, you can't have it both ways all the time. So I'm making the most out of still being involved. You know, the hardest thing for me in my life is if I was totally disconnected from horse racing. So to be able to be connected at a different capacity, but I really still feel very involved, and I enjoy, you know, the analysis aspect of it, just to be able to share my perspective on the sport, and especially from a jockey's point of view. I feel like, you know, it is enjoyable for me, and hopefully that people enjoy, you know, what we bring to the table as well.
I know you're close to jockey, visiting rider here tomorrow, Julian Lepero. Tell Jamaicans a little bit more about what you know of Lepero.
Well, I'll tell you something about Lepero that a lot of people wouldn't probably know. Is he's like my brother, right? Every year in Saratoga there's a charity fundraising karaoke event, right? It's called Jockey Karaoke, and for many years Lepero and I always teamed up together. We are terrible singers, and we think we're good dancers, but we're actually, only when we drink champagne we actually dance good. But we have been a team like that, and we've been really close friends, his family and my family as well, for many years. I've known Julian from the first day when he started riding. That's when we met. And we've been very close ever since, almost like brothers, really. At one of the karaoke events, we won as Salt and Pepper. So we did the Salt and Pepper Push It as our karaoke song, and Julian dressed up as the salt shaker, and I dressed up as the pepper shaker. So, you know, we are people remember us for that.
Mm-hmm. So, all in all, you're looking forward to a fantastic day of racing tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I think it's a great event. The weather is supposed to be fantastic, which is something that can be effect on how the races are. So I think that is also in favor. One of the things that I'm really excited about is seeing the growth and the upward trajectory of Jamaican horse racing from last year to this year. I see evolution. It made me feel proud of what the people here are doing, and hopefully it's setting the stage for something, for even a bigger future, right? So, tomorrow would be hopefully a success for everyone putting on the races, and also for all the partners there.
Rajiv, thanks man, and all the best tomorrow.
Thank you.
Welcome to Jamaica.
Thank you.
Is this your first time here?
It is. It is. It's been a great trip.
Okay.
How have you enjoyed it so far?
Immensely. We've had amazing hosts. The people from Menace Park have been incredible. They've taken us to lots of fun places. We went to, we saw Bob Marley's house. We went to Dun River Falls, where I actually managed not to kill myself climbing up it with a little help from our guides. We went on a boat yesterday and went to Maiden Key. So we covered a lot, had some really nice dinners and stuff, and now we actually have to work, which is too bad, but it doesn't suck being here, working in the mornings.
And what are your expectations for the weekend?
Well, I have a lot of experience in New York with a incredibly loyal, really fun, great Jamaican community at the racetrack, some of my best friends, and so I'm a little bit prepared, but I think it's going to be like that on steroids. So I'm looking forward to a lot of people having a great time and a lot of yelling and a lot of fun and enjoying the racetrack. Our Jamaican fans in New York are most as knowledgeable fans as you can find in the game, and I imagine down here it's like that, but it's everybody.
You'll be doing 2 races tomorrow.
We're covering a couple races, yep. Finishing out with the Mouttet Mile, which fortunately is being run. We have a big card at Aqueduct, and the Cigar Mile is our last huge race of the year, and we're running the Mouttet Mile after the Cigar. So we'll be doing coverage of that afterwards, and also a little bit during the afternoon. But also we've been showing some scenes on the TV show so far this week, and we'll show some more today as well.
How has preparation gone for this event for you?
Well, I mean, I'm just sort of meeting people and doing things. I'm going to rely on your track handicapper a little bit, Michael, to help me, sort of tomorrow. We're going to bring him on the show and help us. I don't know enough about it to give as informed an opinion as I'd like to give. So I'm just sort of learning what's going on here. But we were at the draw the other day, which was really fun. A great setup at the hotel downtown, and I sent pictures of it to my bosses in New York, and I said, we got to do things like this. We've done some nice stuff. The pool was a nice touch. Having the ocean there was nice. But I'm just excited to learn and meet people around here and sort of, try to set this up as something that hopefully will continue going on in the future and come back in all the years to come. So this is a first trip down here, and it's been really, really exciting for me and the people from New York Racing Association that came down with me.
What are your impressions of what you have seen so far of Caymanas Park and the racetrack in particular?
Well, today's the first day we've come to the track. So you're catching me, I've only been here about a half hour. I'll tell you one thing, standing here, it's reminiscent of being at Santa Anita, right? Because you got the mountains in the background, it's a beautiful morning, and the horses are going around. So, there's a continuity of racing, right? The horses in the morning, horses working out, trainers are here, the riders are here. So some ways it doesn't matter where you are, but this is as beautiful a setting as Santa Anita, which I consider the most beautiful setting of racing in America. And being here, the peacefulness of the morning and the horse working out, it's all been good so far. I'm expecting it to get somehow better, but it's been a great experience for all of us.
How are you enjoying the chatter with some of our trainers?
Oh, it's great. I mean, anyone that loves horse racing shares a kinship. So wherever you are, it almost doesn't matter, because we're all really the same, right, at heart. We're people that, for whatever reasons, we love racing. And sometimes we can't understand why there's actually people out there that don't love racing. But there are a lot of us that do love racing, and it's a bond, right? It's just, even whether you agree or disagree or whatever on certain things, your love of racing is always going to shine through. So it's always great to spend time with people that have a great love of racing. It's clearly true down here.
Andy, how long have you been a handicapper?
Well, I've been working my present job at the New York Racing Association at NYRA for about 16 years. I started in April of 2008, but I worked there back in the 90s a little bit. I did a lot of handicapping shows with Harvey Pack up in Saratoga for about 10 years. So I've done work in racing for a lot of the last, I'd say 27 years of some kind, but I've had my full-time job there. But I played full-time in the early 90s, and I've been going to the track religiously, even when I worked on the weekends, since I moved to New York in 1984, but I started going to the track in Saratoga when my family moved there in 1974. So I've been on track for close to 50 years, and loved every minute of it.
For the uninitiated, Andy, how important is your job, that of being a handicapper?
Well, I hope it's important because I'd like to stay employed because being employed doing something you really love to do is a good thing, and the more TV we do, the more they might need me. So I'm hoping it's important. And I think, you have two jobs in doing what I do. One is to be informative, but try to get across to people why this game is so exciting, why it's fun to handicap, why it's fun to get involved in betting and handicapping. And so you try to do that, you try to explain the things that capture your attention, and you find a way to get that to people, but also you want it to be fun. I mean, yeah, it's serious business at one level, but it's also entertainment for a lot of people, so you want to make it fun, you want to make it entertaining, you want to have a good time, and listen, there's no better time than having an opinion on a race, betting and winning and being right. Not only being right, getting paid for being right. So you want to sort of get that across to people, and on a good day we do that, and on a bad day maybe not quite as well. But even when you lose, you want to feel like there's some hope. Well, I made a decent bet. He was 10-1, and he ran like he should have been 5-1. He didn't win, but he ran well enough, and I think that's what at least I try to do. And I hope with our TV shows in New York that we make it fun for people, and we have a great group that shares a love of racing, and that helps a great deal.
All right, Andy, thank you. Welcome to Jamaica once again, and I hope you enjoy your stay here.
Thanks so much.
Will we be seeing you anytime soon again in Jamaica?
Well, hopefully next year. We'll hopefully come back next year for this race, and maybe bring some of the other guys down, because after the trip we've had, we're going to encourage other people to come and join us. And they're already jealous. All my coworkers are extremely jealous, so they'll be fighting for my spot, but I'm not giving it up easily.
Thanks,
Thank
Andy.
you again.